So now we are going to demonstrate the visualization, the mapping of the temporal arteries. So we would like to map the superficial temporal artery and also the deep temporal artery. Here you can see the temporal area, you can see the skin, the superficial fat, the temporal fat pad, and also the temporalis muscle. This is already the bone. So you can see that here. And also I want now to change to the Doppler mode, the color Doppler. So the deep temporal artery is at that area there. The superficial temporal artery is quite superficial. So we can measure this depth here. And we will know that the superficial temporal artery is actually at 3 millimeters depth. So if we inject deeper the filler, we are actually not going to enter into that vessel. Also, I want to show that if we move away, so I don't want to inject very close to where the deep temporal artery is, so I'm not going to inject in that area, and I'm going to see if a little bit further away, I can still see the deep temporal artery. And here at the depths, there are no vessels. So what I need to do when I inject, I need to move away from the area where I saw the deep artery and actually go deeper to the superficial temporal artery. So now I can just move on and actually inject this area. And after I inject it, I can actually map again and see where the filler is located. So I'm going to move away from the area where I saw the deep artery, and I'm going to the center of the temporal area and inject deep into the temporal area. And I can actually inject the filler safely. So what I can do now is actually check where the filler is. So it's here, it's actually quite deep. You can see it here. And the filler is hypoechogenic, so you can actually see the structure. It's on the bone, it's quite deep in the temporal area. So in conclusion, before injecting danger zones like the temporal area, which is a real danger zone for actually intravascular injection, there are a lot of connections with the ophthalmic artery, which can actually cause blindness, as has been reported. So if we map this area and if we do this vessel mapping, there is actually very, very little risk to get this problem, to actually have this intravascular injection. So it was really making the mapping before, injecting the filler where there are no vessels, and checking afterwards that the filler is placed correctly.